Guys, hit that like button down below in 5 seconds if you are excited for the Season 3 event. It is finally happening. Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video, and yes, the Season 3 event has started. A countdown has officially shown up, as well as a bunch of other things on the map. A bunch of changes already happening for the Season 3 event, and not only that, we've got a bunch of leaks to talk about as well, involving what is going to be happening during this event, and it is crazy, guys. There is so much to go over here. Definitely watch it all the way through so you're fully aware of what is currently going on with the Season 3 event. And with that being said, guys, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to be kept in the know with this Season 3 stuff, as well as other fun things like free rewards. On top of that, guys, if you want to help support the channel, be sure to use code TheLlamaSir in the item shop. As an epic partner, that will help support the channel, and I appreciate it a ton. But without further ado here, guys, let's go ahead and jump on into it. Look at this dude. He's about ready to completely change up the Season 2 map. Midas is ready for Season 3. But speaking of which, guys, it's time to hop into some game with some of the first things I want to take a look at. Before we take a look at the leaks and things about the event, first we need to take a look like all the way around this lobby and see some things that they updated in regards to the event. But first of all, as you guys likely already saw, this happened a little bit before the recent update. They added these pipes that go like all the way around the Battle Pass lobby and the different lobby screens. They go up around the top all the way through here. However, something that just got updated, I believe like either today or yesterday, if you go inside of Midas's room, you'll notice that the doomsday device in the very back got updated again. That's right, it got officially like turned on, and you can see that a lot is going on over there. It's charging up or something. It's got these waves and stuff, and then this weird energy that's getting like pulled towards the center. So overall, that is very interesting. Also, this was I think already there previously, but the tubes and stuff going around the top have like energy flowing through them. So overall, that's very interesting. That's going to continue to get updated throughout the season, I'm pretty sure, or like over the next week until the event officially starts. So yeah, with that being said, let's hop into a game real quick, take a look at something on the map. All right, so yeah, for this, I want to take a look. All right, yeah, it is here. Interesting. So around the agency, this is obviously where the doomsday device is, because you've got the hatches all the way around the outside, which we do know are part of the doomsday device, so to say, doomsday event as a whole, judging from what they're called in the files. However, something new just got added. As you can tell, there is an interesting cloud circling around the agency. You can see it right below me. It starts like right there and then goes all the way around to about right there, but you can see that the main focus of it is the agency down in the center of it, which is actually very, very important. In regards to the leaks, this will all make a lot more sense, but take note of that circular cloud. Why exactly is that there? We'll answer that question soon. Something else I want to take a look at right here. We've got a ton of people dropping here, so we're just going to avoid them. Don't need to interrupt their business. They're having a fun time. But yeah, something interesting I talked about in my previous video a little bit is that the hatches no longer have that purple glow to them, which is very weird, right? The purple glow disappeared as soon as the doomsday device itself started charging up and doing that weird wave type animation actually inside of the sphere. Again though, that's very weird. Why did it stop the purple glow? Why was the purple glow even there in the first place? It comes up with a bunch more questions, but it's possible that all the energy is getting drawn towards that doomsday device, which should be like somewhere under the main agency, since obviously the Battle Pass lobby is inside of the agency, which you can specifically tell by looking at the main screen, the like play screen. It shows the symbol in the background, which is the same exact symbol that you can find on the agency itself. Moving on here, guys, a little bit of an update. Those previous few clips I recorded a bit early before something just got added, and that is basically the brand new timer. That is right, guys, a timer has been added for the event, so we do know like officially when the event is going to be happening. So basically, if you want to see this timer, and you may have already seen it, but let's dissect it a little bit further and see exactly what it means, all you need to do is hop into, well, the game. If you go into the play menu, you will be able to see the timer behind your player right next to the agency symbol. Now, as of right now, it's saying around 7 days. Obviously, it's going to be different for you guys when you're watching this video, but on top of that, if you go inside of the Battle Pass tab and then head over to Midas's room, there is another countdown on his desk right there, which is the same exact countdown, but it's cool to see that there are 2 timers, and that basically confirms that it's for the doomsday event. However, guys, when does that timer end? Well, obviously 7 days from now, or when I'm recording this, is going to be on May 30th. and specifically around 2 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, that's obviously going to be on a Saturday, which is perfect timing for this event, and well, that seems to be the expected date for everything to start happening, which is definitely really cool. However, there's still a bit of time between that Saturday of May 30th and Thursday, June 4th, when the season ends, so we don't really know what's going to be happening in between there, but yeah, it's a good estimate as of right now. But with that being said, guys, let's also talk about some other important leaks that have to do with the event itself a bit. Again, these aren't anything too crazy yet, not a whole lot has been revealed, but it's definitely more than we've had in the past, and it gives us a lot of interesting ideas here. So the first file that sticks out is the one that says Curve Fritter Color Energy Core. Yeah, okay, there's a lot to talk about there. What exactly is a fritter? What is an energy core? Well, first of all, fritter is the code name for the event itself. Usually when Fortnite or Epic Games decides to add a code name to something, generally what they do is choose something that has the same first letter and then just come up with a random name for it. However, that's still confusing because what starts with an F that has to do with the event? It's definitely not Midas, it's not Doomsday, so that's still up in the air. If you guys have an idea of something in Fortnite that starts with that letter, leave a comment down below. On top of that, you also have the thing that says Energy Core, which that in and of itself is very interesting. We talked about this a little bit before, but the missile type silos around the agency could launch either one of two things. The first is just, missiles, but the second of which would just be like lasers, shooting out a ton of energy into the sky, and that seems to be more likely based on the name of this file. On top of that, there's also a file that specifically says Curve Fritter Color Energy Core Blue. Now that's very odd as well, because the color of energy that we've seen in the past so far in regards to these things has been purple for the hatches themselves and also the Doomsday device. However, that seems to have a little bit more of yellow and stuff like that. Now it's possible that this could be referencing the waves inside of the Doomsday device, but either way, if that is called the energy core, we do know that some sort of energy is going to be launching out of it. On top of that, there's a file called MPC Fritter Energy Wave, which again is a little bit confusing, but it's along the same lines of the energy core. It's probably just some sort of file for an animation of energy, well, waves coming off of the energy core itself. At least that's my guess for that, and I think that would make the most sense. However, on top of that, there's one that says M Fritter Cover in Sky again, Shockwave INST. That in and of itself is very interesting because that couldn't have to do with the Doomsday device. The Doomsday device is inside. It's not viewable to the sky, at least yet. And as this file says, it says in sky, so it seems to be some sort of shockwave that'll be launched into the air, which could definitely make a lot of sense because one of the ideas we've talked about a bunch before in some of my previous videos is the idea that this Doomsday device has to do with something with the storm, harnessing the power of the storm, things like that. And there's multiple things that confirm that. The first of which was the color of the hatches, and just the color of the inside of the Doomsday room was purple, and as we know all too well, the color of the storm is purple and blue. It's purple looking outside of it, and then when you get inside of the storm, it's blue. And again, the energy core has the blue color to it, so that's confirmation in and of itself. On top of that, in the trailer for Midas, in his like battle pass trailer type animation, you'll notice this suit in the background. Again, we brushed on this in a previous video, but that suit is the same suit used by this skin right here, and as you can see, he is very clearly made from like the storm and stuff like that, so it would make sense that the helmet and things have control over the storm in some way. So Midas could have taken this from that dude in order to use it within this event, maybe to protect himself from the storm, things like that. Now again, I know what you may be thinking. Well, Midas just likes to collect things. He collects tons of helmets and things like that. Well, yes, that may be true, but this specific item is not turned gold. Notice how pretty much everything else he collects, he chooses to turn gold. He has that ability to determine what he wants to turn gold and what he wants to leave normal. So considering that he left this suit normal could indicate that he's planning on using it. It seems very, very likely. And finally, the most recent clue that we got is the clouds surrounding the agency. Clouds, storm. I mean, that's a pretty obvious connection that makes a ton of sense. So it honestly seems super likely that this event is going to have to do with the storm and launching some crazy effect into the storm, or controlling its power to launch it at shadow, something along those lines. On top of that, we also have some other files here, M Fritter Energy Arms and also M Fritter Energy Arms Prong Connection INST. I'm not 100% sure what INST means. I believe it's an abbreviation for instant, but I'm not an expert on files and stuff, so I'm not sure what that exactly means in terms of like coding and things like that. Still, still, the energy arm seems to be like another animation type thing from when the device will launch. So very interesting. On top of that, you have inverted sphere, which obviously we know that the device is a sphere, so it could have to do with an animation inside of that. And finally, there's also one that says M Fritter Light Wave. So again, probably another animation, but it's in line with that type of stuff that would have to do with the storm. Again, just so much surrounding that general idea. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more fun videos like this coming up in the near future. On top of that, you can check out some of my previous videos here, such as going over 6 new free rewards. But again, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.